Shani late, let's take a look at this Aussie team.
So no surprises here. Strongest starting 7. Bassett in goal shooter. Wing attack Brown and goal attack Steph Wood. Liz Watson starting there in centre. Jo Weston, what a task she has on her hands today against Ekanasio. Wing defence is Price and goalkeeper Courtney Bruce. And then coming on goalkeeper for New Zealand, we have Jane Watson with a formidable partner. In goal defence, Casey Koapua. Wing defence, we have Rory, and in centre, Langman. Wing attack, Crampton. Goal attack, the star of the show yesterday, Ekanasio, with her mate, Folau in goal shooter.
And the officials controlling this big game today, Gary Burgess and Kate Stevenson, both from England.
Liverpool, are you ready? Australia taking on New Zealand, bidding to become 2019 World Champions.
The players look as though they simply want to get on with this game.
Caitlin Bassett. New Zealand goalkeeper, Jane Watson. Australia goal attack, Stephanie Wood. New Zealand goal defence, Casey Koapua. Australia wing attack, Kelsey Brown. New Zealand wing defence, Katrina Roy. Australia centre, Liz Watson. New Zealand centre, Laura Langman. Australia wing defence, Jamie Lee Price. New Zealand wing attack, Gina Crampton. Australia goal defence, Jo Weston. New Zealand goal attack, Amelia Ann Ekanasio. Australia goalkeeper, Courtney Bruce. New Zealand goal shooter, Maria Folau. Australia coach, Lisa Alexander. And New Zealand coach, Lolene Tarua. Our match umpires, Gary Burgess and Kate Stevenson. Reserve umpire, Louise Travis. Please welcome your ball carrier to court, Thomas Lansdowne.
So after 9 days of netball, it all comes down to this.
The gold medal match at the 2019 Vitality Netball World Cup. Australia v New Zealand.
Liz Watson gets Australia underway in the gold medal match, Netball World Cup 2019 against New Zealand.
Offside, centre.
And a big ball over the top to Bassett to start off with. Koapua not happy with the first contact of the game.
This is the same starting 7. Nolene Taurua put out against England. Look, no one in the circle now. Ekanasio's there and Folau.
And the same starting 7 that Lisa Alexander put out against New Zealand on Thursday, just gone, even though mixing it up against South Africa yesterday.
And of course, that's something we've almost forgotten about, Shani. It was only a few days ago. It was 1 goal.
So tight in between. And the thing is with those games, as Folau takes a great take, is that they get so much video footage on each other to be able to analyse before this game. And the hearts will be pumping down there.
And he's breaking, wing attack.
There is nothing like playing in a World Cup final. So important to both countries. As Watson over the top. She's had a phenomenal tournament and she's going to make life absolute hell for Caitlin Bassett today.
Advantage offside, centre.
Steph Wood very calm. Watson going so high. Fascinating thing for me, Shani, is how many of these players Nolene Taurua either does coach or has coached. And you look at that Australian front line, Bassett,
Managed contact centre.
Wood, Brown, they were all with her at the Sunshine Lightning.
And the first miss there from Folau as the Aussies bring it out. The lineman coming through for that intercept. And you are right there, Jen. Coaching these other players gives such an insight to how they tick, not only physically but mentally. And you'll see here the tip from Langman getting the ball back for her team.
Well, they needed to win that back, New Zealand. They've lost possession. A good start, so important in these games.
Australia had such a strong start last Thursday. New Zealand were able to come back at them, so I doubt they're going to let them get ahead any more than that.
Managed breaking, wing defence.
Ekanasio trying to push through.
Contact, wing
And I wonder if
defence.
that's something that Lisa Alexander has looked at. In fact, I'm sure it is. That second half fade that they had against New Zealand, they also had it against that South Africa game. I mean, they won it, but South
Contact, wing
Africa
defence outside.
took that
Absolutely.
second half.
And you can't afford to have those fades in a game like this to get 3 or 4 goals down as
Throw in.
Folau misses another one over the top again, but
Outside.
Weston touches it outside as Folau throws it in
Managed obstruction, wing
over to
defence.
Ekanasio, who was on fire yesterday and on fire again today. And absolutely she would have looked at, you can't afford to have gaps. But in saying that, she's had all of her players out on court, so if that means there's a change, who knows if she brings something else on.
Keep her on.
Watson out of play there over the top to Bassett.
Contact ball defence.
So hard to defend that hold once you get caught on the body.
New Zealand.
But Kopua is the one who can do it.
Oh, look at the mark off the line by Jamie Lee Price. Good stuff. That's great pressure from Australia.
It is such great pressure. And what that is, that's the hands over, Jen, that forces that ball to go so high. It's so important you do that for your teammates. And a quick play on, you don't have to wait for your play to be out of play before that ball moves on.
Watson goes back.
And both teams are so calm, really happy playing it around at the moment.
I
Over the
thought
top.
both teams looked pretty relaxed when they came into the stadium, waving to the respective fans.
Australia.
And the English fans, I think, are split at the moment about who they're going to go for.
Managed break, wing attack.
Either. Ooh.
Incorrect playing the ball.
Oh, that was a lucky one for New Zealand. But pressure on the ball, forcing the error from Weston.
Managed wing attack.
And let's face it, she hasn't made many mistakes in this campaign.
She hasn't at all, but that is the pressure of a
Windy
final and what it
fence
can do to you.
And I wonder, Shani, that is one of the key differences between these two sides. New Zealand has players who have been to a number of Netball World Cups. Australia less experienced.
Absolutely. And you can play as well as you want. As an unlucky throw in there as Kelsey Brown picks it up after Kapua throws her body out of court on the line for her country. Woody gets it under the
Korpua was
post.
busy reading the hoardings, I think. Now she's back in.
Keeping herself busy out on the court there. But this is when the little mistakes come in, and we
Managed wing
saw
attack
that
obstruction.
experience from
Stand
the
up,
Silver
contact
Ferns
where you
yesterday.
are.
When England started to get that little bit rattled, they were happy to play around. They were happy to stay calm.
Managed offside, wing
Can the
attack.
Diamonds stay calm for this game? And it doesn't
Managed
make it the
contact.
most exciting
Wing
netball to
defence,
watch. However,
wing
you
defence.
need to play
Address
safe
your
to
infringing.
stay in
Out of play,
possession of that
please.
ball, but it is going to be a very full-on game
Ball
today.
defence, contact, circle edge. Right close to the circle edge. Yep.
Weston out of
Ball
play
defence,
here.
Yes.
That's Folau. Will she take the long bomb? Will she go shooter to shooter? She passes it
Keep
back.
contact with your leg.
Gary
Obstruction,
Burgess
arms first.
on fire today.
Arms first.
Not letting the defenders get away with anything.
Well, New Zealand really needed that one. 6-4, Australia lead. 6 minutes gone in the match, and that's brilliant from Crampton.
Oh, off the fingertips of Watson there.
Such a skill to be able to do that.
Managed centre
ball attack.
obstruction.
And the Aussies, they have started strong, but they do let the Silver Ferns just creep back in here. It's like they want that contest to come down to that 1 goal difference.
Oh, great work from Australia.
They both read it there, Watson
shooter.
and Bruce, but you'd rather both of them read it than no one at all as they get that well-needed intercept after throwing a few balls away there. into Watson. They'll be looking for the space here through the zone. You can see the Silver Ferns setting up their zone, which is so hard to run through. But the Aussies happy to throw it around, working it into the middle, which is easier to see both sides of the court. And over the top to Bassett. And in through the ring.
New Zealand.
7-4 Australia. 8 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Courtney Bruce threw strongly.
Contact, goalkeeper.
Called for the contact as she went.
Always a risk putting your body on the line. And
Throw in.
Falau, what a
inside.
silly error there.
And that's a most uncharacteristic mistake from Falau. She's been a rock for New Zealand.
Vantage
An
contact,
absolute
shooter.
coach killer.
Vantage contact,
And I wonder if
center.
that is simply a matter of nerves.
Nerves, but also being almost too relaxed there, Jen. Like, it's those simple things, just ripping the ball in with two hands.
Pardon?
Advantage instructions.
Oh, and a great tip there from Korpua.
Australia.
But Bassett still sinks the goal. And here we see Falau just, she was looking for the next
Contact,
pass
goal
before she
attack.
pulled it in. It's important to stay focused. Oh, Watson!
Goal shooter.
Phenomenal work from her. She has been one of the best goalkeepers in form this tournament. Whenever her team needs a lift, she comes through with the goods. Her footwork is phenomenal, and she has just improved out of sight, Jen, over the last cycle.
Shooter obstruction.
And look at that elevation. The ability to get up and get the tip at the height of the ball is the hardest thing to do for a goalkeeper.
Well, she's been in that sort of form for the last couple of years, overlooked for the
Vantage
Commonwealth
goalkeeper,
Games
structure.
team last year, and has really repaid the New Zealand selectors for her selection.
Contact.
Great work
left
there from
arm.
Price.
Win defence, centre third.
Made wing attack's life a living hell this tournament. She has
Full time,
not
please.
given an absolute inch.
Where you
The
are,
ball's
win
had
defence
enough.
on
It was
the
heading for the
restart.
benches.
Stop throwing me around. I've had enough. We've only got 3.5 quarters to go, Gilbert. You'll be fine.
Oh, we had a ball that burst in the game the other day between. Oh, great pressure from Weston over the
Great
back.
pressure.
Vantage shooter obstruction.
I think it burst from the muscles of Janelle Fowler, I believe. A great drive there from Watson, although her teammate Kelsey Brown in the way.
Contact. Goal shooter.
Oh, and an
No,
offensive
Corporal will
contact.
be pleased with that
Goal
one.
shooter.
So interesting,
Contact.
that competition between a goal shooter and a goalkeeper. And what did she do? And it was a bit of that push back with her bottom.
Patience from here. Needed by New Zealand.
And Langman, she was that patient player for them yesterday to get them through to this final. I think she's got the highest shot on the planet. She
Well,
actually
look
went
at
out-
Norma Plummer. She knows what it's like to coach world titles. She's got two herself with Australia. Took South Africa for her 50th test today and has announced she's stepping down.
Advantage contact with defence.
Up the top, over to Bassett.
Contact. Advantage goal.
Such a great contest under the ring between those two
Full time.
there. And you'll notice the umpires are calling more time in this game. You can't afford to let a second go in a final. Literally every second counts. So they're going to make sure that every second
Contact,
counts.
goal defence, advantage goal.
It's
That's a
Wow.
settler for Falau. The margin's back to 2. Just over 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. That was never going to get there.
Australia really need to keep their eyes peeled for Watson. They need to pay her respect with that ball. You can't just let it float around. She will eat those up all day for breakfast.
Vantage contact,
Well,
win
she's not the
defence,
tallest
vantage
goalkeeper
centre
in the world,
holding.
but man, she can jump.
And it's almost a strength because they put it in over the top like they have to Falau. And she sees her eyes are set on that post now.
Back to a margin of 1. And this is where it started. New Zealand centre pass. Can the Ferns get back on equal terms?
Australia needing to lift the pressure here. A good tap from Brown.
Contact with attack.
Yeah, long lead from Langman.
The Ferns, too much on it.
Yeah, good pressure again from Australia.
And Western taking her time, as it's hard to see through the zone when you're down there on that court. When you just see a sea of black in front of you, it can make you a little bit nervous, especially when you've got Watson and Korpua out hunting. The last thing you want to do is throw a ball over the top, because that's what the Silver Ferns want you to do. But they've found Pasadena under the ring. We'll hold on to the lead.
Fiji watching on. They had a warm-up series against New Zealand before they came to Liverpool. Too much on that one. So Bassett calling for calm. She's already got 2 World Cup titles.
Oh, great tip there, but a little bit too close there from the Australian shooter.
If she picks up another one today, she'd be the 9th Australian to do so.
Advantage obstruction.
Oh.
Goal shooter.
Oh, that was just a bit of embrace.
Wasn't it? A little bit of a Kiwi-Aussie hug. We love it at the best of times.
And there's another shove from Watson.
Annie's contact, goal attack.
Aussie's putting on a great defensive effort here. A great switch there from the defenders. Weston and Bruce, a great combination at this World Cup. They continue to solidify, however, does put Folau off as Weston gets the rebound and they...
Manage obstruction shooter.
Oh,
So Folau, 4 from 7.
one of the best ways to get around a zone is to play it over across to the other side of the court. And not when you put too much on the pass. Weston won't be happy with that one.
This just shows how much there is in this game, how much is riding on this game.
Goal attack.
Great contest there between Roy and Brown.
Yeah, good that there was nothing called on that because they were both giving it.
I feel like they're both wearing the wing attack, wing defense bib.
Oh, beautiful screen, beautifully set up, and Folau finishes.
Keep it within 1. Can the Ferns even it up as we go into the first quarter break? 45 seconds to go. Oh, nearly there.
Korpua having to look around desperately.
Crampton finding the space on the circle edge.
This is what they've practiced, the Ferns, over and over again. Going back, even further back.
It's a smart move to go all the way back to the other goalkeeper. As long as they can score, they might prevent the Australian shooting off the next centre pass.
The contact call on Bruce. Oh, that's a huge goal for Ekanasio. Taurua applauds. We're all tied up, 6 seconds remaining.
And exactly what the Silver Ferns wanted into Bassett.
Oh, that's brilliant from Jane Watson. The hooter goes, the crowd cheers. This is what you want in a gold medal match. It is 10-all. Australia, well, they got out to that early advantage, but slowly New Zealand have come up 10-all at the first break. And I can tell you, 4 years ago in Sydney, it was 16-7 to Australia at the same time. And of course, Australia went on to win by 3 goals. Second quarter underway, 10-all between New Zealand and Australia.
The amazing thing is, Jen, that the team isn't actually too different to what it was back in Sydney 4 years ago. So the fact that they've been able to bring this team together and be so competitive is such a credit. Oh, no!
Oh, New Zealand lucky there.
The Ferns' way could have gone either
just
or.
couldn't bring it in.
Langman so patient, so much experience.
Contact goalkeeper.
Again, a little bit of luck.
Unlucky there for Bruce. This is where you've got to keep your cool. You get pretty easy to be a bit hot-headed.
Offside, wing defence.
And it shows Maria Folau still not lacking in confidence.
The Australian defenders. If I was them, I'd be
Goalkeeper obstruction back
keeping
on.
the ball with Ekanasio, but no choice when you're out of play.
Australia.
Netball can be such an even game when you're going centre for centre, but the time at the end of a quarter really does count. Australia leading up by 1 in that whole first quarter,
defensive
but now it's over to the Ferns one.
Oh, beautiful shooting, Steph Wood. Just her second goal of the game.
And both Australian shooters shooting 100% under pressure at the moment.
Fabulous view down this court at the M&S Bank Arena.
Advantage obstruction centre.
Gives such good insight about how these players have such little room to move, to try and create space for themselves.
This time the ball rolls kindly for Folau.
Advantage break, wing attack.
The Australians playing it calm here, playing the ball around. You can hear Laura Langman calling Howard on the court there, trying to encourage the umpires.
I think there was all the fans in the stand as well, Shadi. No such luck for them. Australia safely through. 12 all.
Great defence here from Western, but Ekanasio puts it over the side.
Advantage contact, wing attack.
Folau running all over the court.
Fans working it around.
Oh, lovely work, Crampton. And well done, Ekanasio.
Great rebound from her, so important.
Well, Amelia Ekanasio was huge in the semi-final yesterday against England. She's playing a great support role now.
You can't get caught under the post for those rebounds. If you're a defender at home, work yourself around the body so you're sitting on the outside.
Advantage offside, goal attack.
Much easier said than done, of course. As Koppel goes for that ball. Great work there from the Australians to hunt the Ferns out and still get it in and underneath the post.
Advantage break, goal attack and the wing attack.
Now a bit of pace from New Zealand, and that pays off.
Folau finding some great space underneath the post there.
It's good to see New Zealanders, they're changing it up a little bit when they're allowed to. There's Australian players too often get in the way.
Yes, that's right. They do have places where they want to force them. Do they want to force them into the pocket? Do they want to force them high? Let's wait and see on this next centre pass.
Oh, Bassett looking pretty pleased with
Advantage
herself.
break,
Didn't
wing
play in the
attack.
semi-final against South Africa.
Oh, great work there from Bruce.
Oh, that's unlucky for Bruce. It looked as though it had gone off.
Great tip again.
Contact
Her hands are
centre.
everywhere. But her hands and everything. She really needs to put Ekanasio off shot somehow to be able to mix it up. But there's nothing seems to put her off at the moment.
Let's have a look at this, see what we can see. No, it was out.
It was just over the line.
Obstruction wing defence.
4.5 minutes gone in the second quarter. 1 goal in it.
Obstruction goal defence. Goalkeeper causing contact. Advantage goal, you're shifting her out.
Great shot there from Wood. She was really under pressure yesterday in that South Africa game, not wanting to put a shot up. She has really stood up today.
Oh, Ekanasio always just getting in the nick of time, her feet into that middle third
Contact
to
centre.
take the centre pass.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. You were holding on
Advantage
that time.
offside, wing defence.
Oh, and that's lovely reach from Folau.
Advantage contact
It is,
centre.
you'll notice in the circle here. So Folau and Ekanasio are doing a great job of mix matching the defenders. So as Ekanasio comes in after sinking the goal, they're wanting to get Folau onto Western so that she can get that higher ball over the top that a Bruce would usually get. Of course, it's not a goal defender's role as such. Another pass to pass. Pass to shoot to pass.
Well, it's not often Caitlin Bassett misses.
Contact goal defence.
Really, New Zealand needed to mop up that rebound.
No one able to get the break at the moment as it's 16-all. 9 minutes into this second quarter. Over the top to Crampton. Over the top to Folau.
Australia.
Such a great variety of play from the Ferns here.
Breaking wing defence.
Kelsey Brown just really struggling to shake off Rory at the moment.
Yeah, Katrina Rory not in her totally familiar place of goal defence. She's certainly played wing defence before. And that's the big whack. Korpua contacted as she did so. No, there are a few Kiwis in the crowd.
There definitely is today.
Once again, Ekanasio come to the party!
Oh, and Folau home alone under the post. You can't leave her alone under there. They were trying to creep up, trying to get that intercept, but
Causing
great
contact,
vision
wing
there.
defence.
But you can understand what those defenders were trying to do. Caitlin Bassett measures things up. Lisa Alexander. Wow, looks as though she's having conniptions.
Advantage obstruction, wing attack.
Folau again, really stepping up
Australia.
in this last couple of minutes in particular. And the sharing of the load between Ekanasio and Folau is what makes it hard for a defender. You can't pick one or the other.
And that's really good hands over from the Rory.
Obstruction. It's in the circle. Inside.
You're right, Shani.
Heels out. Yep.
Kelsey Brown's been a bit of a
Contact,
star
goalkeeper.
at this World Cup.
Yep.
Quieter today.
Contact on the ball goal defence. Both of you.
Bassett getting in as close as she can underneath the post, and why wouldn't you? Can they turn the ball over here?
Contact goal attack.
Great attack there from Wood, but a little bit too late.
I mean, these contests are just superb.
This is exactly what we want to see.
Advantage contact centre. Advantage contact wing
And these
attack.
athletes work so hard to get at this level. They're in the gym 3 to 4 times a week. They're on the court 3 to 4 times a week.
Both of you.
They do not give a rest,
Just
which
be
is why
aware.
they're the superb athletes that they are. They've gone for the double over the shot, but
And I think that's what's caused such delight in New Zealand, is to see these Silver Ferns back on the main stage in World Netball. They had such a horror year last year. We came in to this tournament ranked 4th.
and over the top to Bassett. They've just done the same thing that New Zealand did to them. So smart to look over that zone. Bassett very happy with herself there.
Oh, just fingertip control for Korpua.
Why go through the mess when you can just go straight over the top?
I love the way Ekanasio almost seems to skip round the court.
Contact goalkeeper.
Yeah, Bruce now caught right out of the circle. What can the Kiwis do with this?
Weston needs to keep her feet
Advantage
moving.
Contact wing defence.
Good work on her staying underneath the post there, making
Penalty. Contact centre causing outside.
it's real body on body, but the Aussies just need to try and stay a little bit cleaner. What happens when you have a contact, especially in that cold third,
Contact
it just
goal,
takes the pressure off the
penalty.
attackers.
Contact goal defence. Advantage goal. Australia.
So look at this. Jamie Lee Price, beautiful.
And an assist from a wing defence.
So it was 10-all in the first quarter. We've just gone 11-10 in favour of New Zealand with 5 minutes to go in the second.
Contact
So
wing defence.
the scoring has accelerated.
Yep.
And no one to break that 1 goal difference yet in this quarter, Jen.
Obstruction goal defence. Goalkeeper obstruction.
Both teams
No, where she is.
being very conservative with the ball. Oh, it's Bassett. Misses a shot.
Now New Zealand need to capitalise on
Great work
this.
there from Steph Wood. Great defence from the goal
Contact.
attack.
Straight away, New Zealand got the chance and they blew it. Watch this.
Oh, Bruce, just a little bit off the timing. Worth having a crack at, absolutely.
Well, 22-21, New Zealand
Causing contact,
by a
centre.
cuticle.
Centre, New
4
Zealand
minutes
issue.
remaining in the
Yeah.
second quarter.
That's it, that's it.
Good screen there from Kelsey Brown to allow that space to open up for Liz Watson. This is much better movement from the Aussies.
Nice shooting. She's been so reliable, Steph Wood. 4 from 4.
Advantage contact.
Bit of
on
an elbow
defence.
to the head. And Joe Weston to Langman, but Langman
Australia.
keeps her cool. Watch it here. Oh no, it wasn't an elbow, but it was still quite a bump.
I doubt Langman even noticed it.
I don't think she did at all. Solid as a rock, that woman.
Oh, go!
Oh.
Langman, no. Way too close.
Her ears were burning. Steph Wood, can she go another? Oh!
Well, how many bats can you have? But out of court, I think, is the call of New Zealand.
I feel that there's a lot more New Zealand fans in here, Jen. For some reason, if you're not Australian, you hate us.
Well, I think hate's a strong word.
Yeah, it is. But, you know, we have it in sport, don't we?
I don't think it's hate. I suspect a number of the
Goalkeeper.
England supporters may just be cheering for New Zealand.
You're so kind, Jen. Oh, great work from Folau.
Australia.
Oh, look at that, 5 misses for Maria Folau, but she's calmed down in the latter stages of this first half. Had a bit of a wobbly start.
Vantage contact.
A great take there
Contact. Goal defence.
from
Well,
Bassett.
Casey
That's it.
Corporal, she knows that this is her last
Shot the
game
goalkeeper.
on this big
No,
stage.
yeah, the step-in was too
She'll be
short.
giving it her all.
An
2 minutes
absolute-
remaining in the first half. 24 apiece.
Oh, it's a great space there from Folau. So good, and that's where her experience comes into play.
Well, Nolene Taurua, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in that head? She'll be planning her halftime spiel along with Lisa Alexander.
Contact centre.
You can just see the analysis in her eyes. Great work there from Woods.
Contact on the ball. Vantage goal.
Great work there, Steph Wood, finding the space, working the double play in, and shooting again. You see here, great work there from Liz Watson. The fans playing the ball around again.
And taking a few chances, you'd have to say.
Oh, so close there from Liz Watson. A
Into
great-
the final minute. Oh, my goodness. Rory picks up the loose ball. What can they do
Contact
with
on
it?
attack.
Well, Steph Wood smothers her.
The Diamonds needing to hold this up. 40 seconds is a very long time in netball. They've either got to let them... Oh! Didn't know if that was a bit of footwork there.
It looked strange, didn't it?
It did, but that's okay. They'll play on. And this is the first time that the fans have been 2 up in this quarter, and what a time to do it.
Look at the delight on the Ferns bench. There's time here for another one.
The Diamonds need to turn this ball over, even if they're just holding it up. It doesn't matter. They cannot contact in the ring at this point in time. Brooks needs to get up over that shot. She does, but it doesn't matter. And the Ferns go 3 up into half-time.
Well, Liz Watson will just hang on to this ball. What a finish to this first half. A little flurry of goals. Flurry, actually, I'm flattering them. There was a couple. But it means that at the break, Australia are 3 goals adrift. New Zealand leading 28-25.
New Zealand enjoy.
No changes for the Silver Ferns. Liz Watson to unleash the Diamonds in the second half. 28-25. There's the new girl, Tippett, That's not the start she would have wanted.
Well, I think, Jen, really important to remember the biggest game in Gretel Tippett's life. Sarah Clow, what an occasion to come into a game, a gold medal match at a Netball World Cup. There's the beauty of Gretel Tippett, the defensive pressure. Can she make an impact?
Oh, and that's good work by Tippett to make amends for that early error. Oh, back goes Bassett all the way to just about the transverse line. Here they come again, the Diamonds.
Contact, goal defence, shoulder.
A bit of nervousness in the game of Tippett early. She'll take a little bit of time to settle. Huge occasion for her.
Not
Bassett
there,
needs to
here.
stand up.
Not there, it's here.
Huge second quarter from the Silver Ferns. 18-15, they took it.
New Zealand.
Oh, good hands from Ignacio. And look at the pressure that the Ferns are under there.
Contact, vantage offside, wing
Tapped
attack.
right over on that sideline.
Where you are?
Centre third.
Probably having trouble hearing the umpires and all the din.
Vantage contact, goal attack.
Good coverage from Clow along that baseline. She's got exceptional footwork for a tall defender. So good on the ground and in the air.
Oh, this is great
Contact,
from
goal
the Australian
circle
defence.
edge. Contact centre.
Watson all around Langman. Well, what a moment, as you mentioned, Dan, for Sarah Clow. She was the
Vantage break, wing
debutante
attack.
in this Australian team at the beginning of the World Cup.
Well, what a sign of faith by coach Lisa Alexander to put her on in such an occasion.
Help.
Great defensive pressure from the Ferns.
Big gain for New Zealand.
Hold time. Come on. Contact, goal shooter.
Clow's probably
Yes.
ever only played against Maria Folau twice in her life through Suncorp this year. So, such a huge...
Contact, goal attack.
They tip it all over Korpua. Folau coming well out to help now. She has to get back.
77% so far for Maria Folau. Off target on that one, but this is the girl that is a key for the Ferns. Ignacio, sensational yesterday and delivering again today. She's at 92%, Jen. An unbelievable return from her.
Advantage break, goal attack.
And often has very much been the bridesmaid in the New Zealand team. Has had a super season in the ANZ Premiership.
Contact, goal attack.
And just physically too, Jen, she looks so physically prepared, so conditioned. She's added a real level of grunt into her game over the past 12 months.
And it's goal.
Here come the Ferns.
Kelsey Brown looks short to Watson. Oh, no. Oh, she led against the post. One thing you can't do in netball is use the post to keep you upright.
Well, here's the problem when players haven't been tested hugely under pressure throughout this competition. These are the types of mistakes that happen. Just foot over the line from Tippett and using the post as well. She'll be feeling the pinch, Jen.
What a baptism.
And Australia can't wait because they are chasing goals now with a very confident Silver Ferns line.
Obstruction, goal defence at the circle edge, inside. Contact, goalkeeper, left, no. Hold time. That's a caution for descent, backwards.
So, Sarah Clow, talking about
Contact,
baptisms,
centre.
she's just received a caution from Gary Burgess.
That's it.
Descent was the call by the
Contact
umpire.
with your leg. Goal attack, around, where it first occurred. The tip was fine.
Well, you've got to imagine what Lisa Alexander is thinking right now. She's made the changes.
Contact.
New
Goalkeeper.
Zealand really starting to get their tails up to go ahead 4-1 in this quarter. Folau delivers.
And I think what you said earlier, Dan, is so pertinent. The Australians are not used to being behind.
Well, absolutely, and it's such a different thing when you're under pressure and every passenger play counts, as opposed to being the team that's in front and in control.
Immediately, please.
Uncharted waters right now for the Diamonds, particularly in this World Cup.
And I have to say, New Zealand does have experience of that.
Well, they've weathered every storm, the Ferns, and they've answered every challenge exceptionally well, and haven't they come to play today?
So they're on a 5-1 run in this third quarter now. Here you can see for yourself on screen. That will settle things a little bit. Captain Bassett.
Hold time, please. Goal attack, that's persistent contact. Caution.
So now to add to her woes, Gretel Tippett has a caution.
Centre.
Oh, that was very
Manage
close to hell ball for
offside, goal
Gina
attack.
Crampton. Oh, and that's the first error in this quarter
Outside.
from the Ferns. Way too much on that.
I was about to say the Ferns used that reset so well. Oh, Falau on defence. Ekanasio, big shot. Gee, that will hurt the Diamonds.
Ferns bench on their feet. Falau. Who knows how many more of these big games she will play.
Contact, goalkeeper. Contact, yeah.
Tippett, that's her first shot.
New Zealand.
7 minutes into the quarter.
Contact. Manage offside.
I think Falau's shot selection has improved so much in recent times. There would have been an occasion where she would have bombed that penalty in from the edge of the circle, but just to play it in a little bit closer, it's terrific discipline.
I think she's with shooting partners who she has great faith in this Silver Fern setup. Oh, Joe Weston off balance, gets away with it.
This defensive zone from the Ferns is outstanding, shutting down the middle, squeezing it in tight.
Pause it, wing defence. Outside. Penalty.
Really challenging
Wing
the
defence,
decision-making
causing
of the
contact.
Diamonds attackers.
Ooh.
Tippett getting involved now.
New
Well, probably
Zealand.
those nerves have settled a little bit.
Good quick ball from Ekanasio. The 1-2, the confident feed over the top of Clow. And Falau stepping up now. 21 goals for Falau. Again, not able to get over this transverse line, Jen. The pressure, incredible from New Zealand.
Bassett does well.
New Zealand.
And you've got to say, Jen, how great is it watching the Silver Ferns play the trademark New Zealand type of defence that they've maybe lost over the past couple of years, but goodness me, is it back and is it lethal?
Well, I didn't want to bore you with the sorry saga of where New Zealand netball, so many things were changed. They lost their way a little bit in so many
Manage
departments.
contact, goalkeeper.
And this is the story of this World Cup, regardless of how this game ends
Goal
up.
defence.
Some real pride in the black dress.
Well, I think captured beautifully by Nolene Torua yesterday in her post-match interviews after the win against England. Just so grateful to be in this opportunity to have this gold medal game before them. They've really achieved everything they've set out to do. One more step for them, perhaps.
Yeah, I think some concern after those comments that perhaps they felt they'd played their final, that win over England that was job done. But looking at the way they've come out today, not so.
Contact wing attack, that was the first one.
Long way to go
Backwards a
yet.
long way.
Well, 6
That's
goals. What does Alexander do at three-quarter time? Does she make some more changes to try and get back into this contest?
Causing contact, goal defence. Outside.
They need turnovers and they need goals on the board quickly, the Diamonds.
Goalkeeper obstruction.
Hard to break the Ferns at the moment. Danger signs.
advantage offside.
That's a better ball from Watson. Better connection into the circle. Tippett rolls the front.
New Zealand.
Starting to get involved now, Gretel Tippett.
Just under 5 minutes remaining in this
Defence,
third
holding her
quarter.
arm in the goal third.
38-32, New Zealand leading Australia.
Advantage offside, goal attack.
Ekanasio, 94%. That is why. Unbelievable.
And that was a terribly good lean from Joe Weston. Nothing wrong with the defence. The shot, though, beautiful.
Well, there's the cross-court ball. The Ferns are setting up to have a flyer. Just a little bit late on their timing there. And again, Watson! Copwood, should I say. Well, they're looking for it, and that's a worry for the Diamonds.
Oh, it
That is
differs by
breaking wing
much.
defence.
Fingertips.
Probably the width of a gumboot.
Advantage offside, goal attack.
Oh, this is good now from Australia, just applying the pincers a little bit.
Everywhere Folau is, Clow going with her.
Oh, offside.
That was a
Sorry.
tip from
I'm
Tippett
not going to take the risk here.
to Langman.
That's it. Contact got...
Gina Crampton
Hold
too in
time.
this wing attack
Goalkeeper,
role
that's
for the
persistent
Ferns.
contact. It's a caution for persistent contact.
Now,
You
Cloud's
pushed her.
already got a
Okay.
caution for descent.
Obstruction,
this is
goal
now-
defence. On the jump.
Persistent contact, so she's certainly under the watchful eye of Gary Burgess. I was saying Gina Crampton, so steady throughout this game so far.
Well, she's one who has really grown at this World Cup. There was a lot of discussion in New Zealand before this campaign, beautiful from Tippett,
Goal defence obstruction.
about who should be
Goal, New Zealand.
the wing attack. Crampton has stood up. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter, 40-34. New Zealand lead.
Oh, that is confident. Crampton to Folau. The Ferns are looking good.
And this is now a test for this relatively young Diamond side. So much of what Tippett does looks unusual.
Contact, goal defence.
Well, you know what, Jen? It's obviously been spoken a lot about, but Caitlin Bassett, the only member of the Diamonds on court right now that has
Hold time,
played in a
injury wing
World Cup
defence.
final. It makes a difference.
And here's a change at wing defence. April Branley coming on for Jamie Lee Price. And this will be interesting to see what the difference this makes. Branley's had a bit of time on the bench with an ear injury, of all things.
Well, the Diamonds obviously only brought one specialist wing defence to this World Cup, and that was Jamie Lee Price. The backup option here is April Branley. She's a goal defence goalkeeper, can obviously cover this role, but the Diamonds will be hoping that she can deliver in that position right now.
Well, straight away they've won a turnover, and look at this.
You speak about players playing out of position. I think Katrina Rore has been sensational on the wing defence today as well for the Ferns. Really connecting beautifully to her circle defenders.
Contact, goal defence.
We've got a game on our hands.
We sure have, because here come Australia.
New Zealand.
Minute and a half, just under left in this third quarter.
Goal defence. Contact.
41-37.
Wing defence causing contact. Circle
So
edge.
Branley
Yeah.
on the edge of the circle.
Obstruction centre.
Well, really good coverage from the Diamonds duo in that circle, shutting down the front spaces. But again, the back space opens again, as it has so often throughout this match. Folau.
Yeah, she balked. Held ball, no goal. This could be a turning point.
Huge moment for the Diamonds. They've got to make it pay.
Oh, great hands, Kelsey Brown.
On the feed. Oh, it's a contact against Bassett.
The push off. You can see Steph Wood.
Furious.
Where you are?
Everyone riding every moment.
Well, everything
Wing goal
matters in a
attack.
World Cup final.
Contact.
Little moments like that, you do not forget them.
What moments now, from a Silver Fern point of view, is
And
that they
construction
score.
set.
And she's out of court for that.
Inside.
Great pushing back by the Diamonds. Seconds here. Can they get it down?
Oh, great ball, Kelsey Brown.
Oh, I don't think Bassett realised how close it was to the end of the quarter. What a quarter.
So New Zealand.
The Ferns take it by 1 goal, 13-12. But at the break, it is New Zealand leading Australia 41-37. So much on this final 15 minutes. New Zealand lead by 4. Australia underway. 15 minutes until we know who the world champion is.
Well, what a game we've seen so far, Jenny, and the first couple of minutes of this quarter, absolutely critical for the Diamonds more so than the Ferns. They are the ones who are under pressure.
Just scanning the lineup, Stan, to see if there are any changes. Oh, that's an early error from the Ferns.
Well, that's the built pressure, Jen, from the Diamonds. The one-on-one
Hey, contact,
suffocating
ball,
defence
winning
will earn you balls, particularly
Send
late
up,
in a
obstruction.
game. The challenge for the Diamonds, make it count down the
That's
other
it,
end.
send out, Australia.
The 2-goal runs of stealing the opposition centre and scoring your own. That's how you win this World Cup.
Contact win defence.
Bassett not interested from
Contact goal defence.
scoring from out there. She wants it closer. And a big step in from Tippett. And this is how they won possession. Too much on that for Langman.
April Brownlee's going to bring height to that wing defence role. Something different to Jamie Lee Price, just to try and be a little bit more disruptive. Block the vision.
That's it. No, where she is. Thank you, goal shooter.
It's a good start to this quarter by the Diamonds.
Contact, vanish goal.
That's a great start. Australia close to within 2. In fact, 1.
Nothing between these two teams whatsoever.
And I have to say, that was exactly the same, really, between New Zealand and England yesterday. Such calibre now at the top of world netball.
Let's not forget South Africa Diamonds as well. Only 2 goals separating a spot in the gold medal match. Ekanasio has delivered so far. Folau in the 80s now. She spent the first half in the 70s.
Important goal for New Zealand. They needed to get on the board in this 4th quarter.
Brown just hanging out wide, looking for an opportunity to drive through. There she is, opening the other side of the court. Up to Tippett.
Well, they were going for that, the New Zealanders. The bounce went the way of Australia. Look at this. Korpua's hand, but the bounce kind for Australia.
Speaking of Casey Korpua, the last 15 minutes of her netball career. What a moment for her.
Well, I just wonder what New Zealand netball will do without her. I mean, there will always be others.
She's been so good this World Cup. The Diamonds bench can't believe it.
Contact goalkeeper, holding.
Clow can get in trouble with the umpires.
Thank you.
It's a part of her game she's still growing in as to what to contest, what to apply pressure on.
Well, Brown hits the deck.
Goal defence contact.
Back up.
Well, Bassett's
Contact
there, the
goalkeeper
jump
with
pass
your
from
leg.
Tippett.
Backwards 1 step, shooter. Where it occurred. Vanish goal.
So
Contact
sure.
Goal defence after the shot.
Back to 1 goal. And this is really not a sport for people with dicky constitutions.
Well, Jo Weston is doing such a good job on Ekanasio, just tagging her everywhere she goes. Weston on her shoulder.
Palau not wanting it from there. Again, Langman having to stretch. The Ferns, they try this way, that way. Great defence, Australia.
Big shot for Ekanasio.
You can see Palau talking to her all the time. Senior member of that shooting duo.
The Diamonds just using the pockets well just to find their spaces.
And look, Dan, they've come out in this quarter and they look much more fluid.
This game is going to come down to moments and which players step up or step down in those critical stages. What a contest we have seen.
Through comes Langman to help.
Oh, it's off. She gets the rebound. Ekanasio.
How good is that? Nolan Tarua will be making her a cup of tea in the morning.
I can't believe she's smiling in a World Cup final. Just loving it.
Well, she talks about just how much she loves these games.
Hats off to her, whatever happens in this result. Oh, Papua! Big game, big player, big moments. Oh, well done, Cloud. Good disruption.
Hold time.
Oh, the elevation, Jen, and the backup.
Advantage contact centre. Contact in defence.
Oh, Bradley, gee. Such competitors, these players. Oh, just over Cloud. Shannon Francois on her feet.
And it's breaking goal attack.
Oh, the big dodge from Korpua.
We've still got 8 minutes to go. This is insane. The Ferns here looking to tighten the screws. Falau just rolling the front.
Goalkeeper obstruction.
Another penalty against Clow.
So much tension.
Oh, great shooter-to-shooter connection by the Ferns. You can't beat that. It's well done. They're taking ownership of this gold medal match.
Well, they've weathered the initial storm from Australia, but they will be back. 8 minutes remaining in the final. Oh, living dangerously.
Contact, win attack. There you are.
Well, every pass right now matters. Every pass is under pressure.
Yep.
You don't want to be the person that makes the mistake. Falau chooses to refeed it. Same position as she was just before, and she's short.
Opportunity here for the Diamonds.
This is the one they've been working for. Can they make it count? Good work from Kelsey Brown, top of the circle. The feed is spot on.
Aussie coaches like it. And this is how the game is rolled. Quarter by quarter. Look at the fourth.
All the way back there.
Australia 8-6.
All the way back here. Here. That's it. Advantage offside, wing defence. Goal defence, contact.
Copper called for the contact. Tippett, the offload.
Back to one.
Here come the Diamonds. This is how a gold medal match should be.
And over the years, there have been so many of this ilk between these two countries.
Advantage contact, goal attack.
We've had extra time, we've had double extra time.
That is a beautiful feed from Crampton over the Diamonds defenders into the hands of Falau.
Advantage offside, goal attack. Obstructing centre. Centre, address those please.
Langman, constant workhorse.
Advantage, keep obstruction.
Yes!
Oh, Papua!
Oh, unfortunate, couldn't get it back. Constant menace.
Oh, she is stalking
And
the
it's
Australian
contact.
attackers.
Contact, win defence.
She will give everything for this last 5 minutes. Tip it again.
Oh, what a beautiful take of the ball.
She's done well coming in, Gretel Tippett. There's the work of Casey Kopua, so close.
Now New Zealand.
She's got to keep running the feet, New Zealand.
Advantage offside, goal
Really
attack.
being pinned down by Australia at the moment.
Well, they're trapping them ball side really well, not allowing the other side of the court to open. They're happy to work it around, though.
Advantage offside, wing attack.
And that was lucky. Kelsey Brown simply wasn't allowed to go over that line. So New Zealand build again. Gee, this is good defence from Australia.
Well, it's good defence, but it's unbelievable patience from the Ferns. They score this, confidence will be sky high.
And suddenly there's just 4.5 minutes on the clock. Courtney Bruce on her feet.
Causing centre.
They are just looking unbreakable, the Silver Ferns.
Advantage moving off centre.
All the pressure on the
Advantage,
Diamonds
contact, win
here.
defence.
Brown again, top of the circle.
Advantage, contact, goal defence.
Great feed
Now she's
against two
solid there,
defenders.
Bassett. So solid. No danger of going too far out of court. So important now. Oh, well, that'll do.
Well, that's what Gretel Tippett can do exceptionally well. That defence up court, but New Zealand, it falls their way. Ekanasio to make the challenge harder for the Diamonds.
Look at Taurua. She looks like she's at a tea party. How can you be that calm?
What a coach. Ekanasio, 91%. 21 goals to her name.
Advantage offside and centre contact.
Both these sides,
That's it.
they need breaks.
Advantage causing
Watson
contact, win
waits.
defence.
Well, there's
Yes.
no option. Oh, Rory! That was
Huge.
bound to happen. The mid-quarters were so close to each other. This could be a game-breaking play for the Ferns. Here they go.
Under 3 minutes in the final. 51-48. I should tell you, this is a World Cup final. There will be extra time. Oh, well done, Crampton. Strong. Kelsey Brown was trying to rip it off up. And here comes Falau.
Advantage contact.
Good choice from Falau, just working it in. Oh, good work, Sarah Clow.
How's this? Here they come again, the Australians. New
Watson
Zealand have to hold them up.
in a dangerous
Centre
position,
contact,
wide,
hold.
screaming for the ball.
Advantage, win defence, obstruction.
Tippett needs to sink this.
And she does. She has been good. Courtney Bruce chewing the fingernails.
Hold time.
2 minutes
Both
remaining.
Of you, no.
2 goals in it. Anything can happen. Brandley goes back.
Win defence, centre third.
Tippett,
That is
front
offside,
position,
win
the big
defence.
split. The 100%
Contact on the ball.
shooting needs
Goal
to
defence.
continue. A minute 30, Jen, 1 goal ball game.
100% shooting from Tippett. Such pressure now.
Contact wing defence.
Lisa Alexander, I think she wants to be out there.
Contact caution, no.
Caution for Branley. Langman goes back.
Oh, it all comes down to this.
Goalkeeper obstruction.
Oh, that could have been marginal.
Goalkeeper.
Big shot,
Clark goes
Ekanasio.
down.
Contact goal defence. Penalty.
She is unflappable. Amelia Ekanasio.
New Zealanders are starting to believe.
Oh, the Diamonds staying in, they're hanging in.
That was showing just how fast Australia can score. Look at the Australians.
This play is everything.
Contact goal attack.
Well, she was given a bit of a helping hand over there. Over
30
that
seconds.
transverse line. Would you be tempted just to go back? That's what I would have done.
Well, they've got to keep driving. They've got to keep attacking.
Hold time.
They're not home yet.
That's a warning.
Taurua
Manage
on her
obstruction,
feet.
wing attack.
Rory, what a moment.
The Diamonds need a turnover. They've got to go for ball. There's no other option. They've got to take a chance. What a story. What a story. Can you believe it?
It's all over.
New Zealand have won the World Cup.
New Zealand netball stand tall. You're back on the top of the world, so much of it due to Nolene Taurua and these women.
My goodness, there's shock, there's belief. What a story from the New Zealand Silver Ferns. Who would have thought they'd be here? And look what they've done when their day of opportunity presented.
Well, it's been 16 years since the joy in Jamaica, and now the Silver Ferns feel the love in Liverpool. 52-51. And for some of these players, they've been labelled the fossils. Look at Maria Folau, Casey Korpua, Laura Langman, Katrina Rore in particular. They've won everything in netball. They had never had a World Cup title, and now they have.
And what a fitting farewell to the legend that is Casey Korpua. She deserved this World Cup, and my goodness, did the Ferns earn it.
They were rock solid. Even in the first quarter, New Zealand took the two middle quarters. Australia took the last one, but not by enough. And here are the Australians. And my word, they will look back on this and think, how on earth did we let this get away? 52-51.
Nolene Taurua, take your hat off to her. Unbelievable coaching, unbelievable cultural shift within this New Zealand Silver Ferns team. Great humility, great confidence. They are the world champions.
And it is the 7th one-goal win in Netball World Cup. I can imagine if most of New Zealand were to wait before, they will be now. Well, it's not quite the crack of dawn in both these countries. But what a game. Well worth getting up for. There are the huddles. Absolute joy. Let's drop down now to Gail Davis, who has with her someone.
Many, many congratulations, Nolene. I have never seen a coach look so relaxed and smile so much for a World Cup final. Did you know it was yours from the moment you walked down to court today?
I don't know, it was a really weird feeling. It was very calm and I wasn't too sure what that would relate to, but absolutely proud like always. Our fossils stood up and led from the front, but I'm actually quite speechless. I don't know what to say.
Sometimes sport throws up the most extraordinary stories. Have we just witnessed one today?
Yeah, I feel so. Look, every day was always going to be a challenge for us, and to come out here and do this grand finals, it's massive for the Silver Fern, for our Netball New Zealand, and just our general community at home. So it's amazing, and it was a great game as well. It was an epic encounter.
You took this job on, and it was an amazing challenge. Your contract ends tomorrow. Nolene, how can you walk away now? You can just name your price, can't you?
Oh my gosh, I wish netball was like a football or whatever, but I've got to go back home. I've got my Lightning contract, and I'm looking forward to going back home as well. And what will be after this, but I'm absolutely ecstatic.
You'll never have to buy one of your lovely glasses of red wine you were telling me about yesterday again. Well, you many congratulations. We're going to go and speak to one of your fossils now. Casey, look at her. Casey Korpua, come and join us. My goodness, I bet you're very, very glad you put that retirement on hold for a few more weeks.
Yeah, I don't know about that. No, it's totally all worth it. When you've got the belief like that, there's nothing that can stop you. I love my team and the support so much, and I'm so glad that I came back.
Yourself, Laura Langman, Maria Folau, such amazing servants for New Zealand netball. And now you've got a World Cup medal to show for it. It was the only thing you were all missing.
It feels so good. It's totally draining, but totally worth it, and I just can't believe that we've done it. And that's just not for us, it's for everybody in New Zealand, our families. We love them all, and we know that they've had our backs right from the beginning.
Words on your coach, because she's almost a little bit of a miracle worker.
She's outstanding.
Do you like the
salty.
Oh, Maya, do you like the taste of the sweat? A word on Nolene.
Yeah, no, Nolene is amazing. She knows what she wants and how she wants to do it, and brings 12 players together no matter what.
Maya, can we have a big cheer for Mummy? Because she's just become the best in the world.
Woohoo! We're winners.
Doing it for the fossils, eh, Casey?
Yeah, go the fossils.
Well played. Thank you. Lisa, sometimes stories are written, aren't they? And momentum just can't be broken. Did you feel there was a little bit of that out there this evening?
Look, it was a great game all around. I think both teams played with great passion and commitment to the game. So, you know, I'm very proud of our athletes, and I think all of Australia should be. And we're terribly disappointed, of course, not to get the job done.
It's very raw, but as you stand here now, is there a moment or a thing you might have done differently over the past 10 days to get to this point?
Oh, look, of course, there's probably hundreds of things that you could always change to make a difference. But, you know, I'm very proud of the efforts. I think, you know, we did our best today. We didn't bring quite our A game, but that's what happens. The opposition sometimes snuffles that out.
It's obviously set standards so high, haven't you, over the past few years? There's two major finals now that Australia haven't won. So what happens now? Do you look at yourself? Do you look at the setup? Do you look at the players coming through to ensure this doesn't happen again?
Oh, look, obviously we'll look at everything in our review, but I don't think you have a knee-jerk reaction automatically on a one-goal loss. So I think it shows how much close world netball is.
Well, unlucky today. Thank you for playing your part in an amazing final.
Thank you.
Thank you.